I'm Jeff Hullinger, and now that the runoff is over, we have a little more than 4 months for these races to heat up leading to the general election. For one more time tonight, we bring in Dr. Andra Gillespie, Emory University political science professor and our political expert. The verdict came in very early tonight. There were very few close races, not much to decipher from what we saw and what we read this evening.
Well, I don't think anything was a surprise. Stacey Abrams came out and endorsed a number of candidates. They did extremely well. For the Republican races in the congressional districts in Metro Atlanta, the front runners in the first ballot actually won this time around, so that meant that Donald Trump's candidates didn't win. That sort of continues a bit of a pattern of the contested races where President Trump didn't do that well in the primary.
So he was 0 for 2 with Vernon Jones and also Jake Evans.
Yeah.
And does that lessen his impact here in the state, or is he still one to be very wary of if you're a Democrat?
Well, Trumpism is still alive and well, and so that's still an issue that we're going to have to deal with. So whether it comes from him directly or whether it comes from somebody else, I think that there's something to deal with. I think in general what Republicans need to look out for, and Republicans and what Democrats need to consider as well, is that the race is going to be really close. It's going to be hotly contested. No party is guaranteed a victory. Democrats are facing headwinds nationally, and so that's going to be a challenge for them going forward.
Small turnout tonight, so is there anything to read via that?
I wouldn't read anything into it. I wouldn't compare turnout in June to turnout in May, and I wouldn't compare primary turnout at all to turnout in November. They're an apples to orange comparison.
Stacey Abrams' endorsements were successful tonight.
They definitely were successful. I mean, and I think tonight's results showed the impact of her reach and her organization and her network, and that was a challenge that the other candidates were certainly going to have to face in being able to put a statewide network together.
Final question, we head toward November. It will be rowdy, correct?
Very rowdy, very expensive. These races are going to garner a lot of attention because of the 2020 electoral results and because of the possibility of Senate control and House control changing hands.
Always great to have you here,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Gillespie. We appreciate it. Jennifer?